Morning all. Hope you're well. Obviously, I've lost count of how many weeks we've been in lockdown now. So obviously, no football. I'm sure everybody out there is missing the football now. However, main thing at this moment in time is just to continue to follow the government advice as it changes. Um, just a bit of an update because obviously there's been an announcement last week with regards to the government. Um, the Summer League, obviously, it's not going to start now in June. Um, we anticipate the very earliest it'll be able to start will be on, I think it's July the 11th. And because we think we fall into the sort of phase three category as the government have laid out. So obviously that's the sort of start date we're looking at. However, we all know it's a fast moving situation, so technically this may change in the not so distant future. All I would ask is if you have entered the Summer League and you no longer wish to participate, can you let me know as soon as possible? Because obviously we've got to get some sort of structure with regards to fixtures on the website, should we get the go ahead to do that. But again, it's who knows, you know what I mean? We'll just have to wait for further updates moving forward. Obviously, myself and John, along with Curzon, have been in discussions with regards to the cup finals. These are proving slightly more difficult. We can probably say 90% at this moment in time that they won't go ahead for one reason or other. We'll outline a couple of key points, but it's not dead in the water, so to speak, but it is highly unlikely. Even if relaxations are made in phase three, we've got concerns of how do we get everybody into the stadium safely. How do we get the children onto the pitches? Obviously, we wouldn't be able to use the tunnel because that's quite a confined space, and it's a big part of our finals. And the third part is, technically we'll be saying that there would be no presentations because again, that's a large gathering at the end of game. So there's other things to consider, monitoring how many people are in and out of the toilets at any one time, how many people are using the cafe, etc., etc. Slightly different when with a summer league, say an under 10s game, you've got 14 players. Obviously, you can still social distance around the perimeter of the pitches. Should again, it's all up in the air. It all depends on what the government advice is out there. So we'll monitor that, but unfortunately, it's looking highly unlikely unless there's any significant changes that the finals can go ahead at this moment in time. Um, Moving on now to season 20/21, applications have now topped the 850 team mark. Um, Again, we did open up applications on the 22nd to non-member clubs. We're still getting clubs at the moment that have told me that they're submitting some teams in, and I've sort of gauged for that. But those applications will be in over the weekend, and they're from member clubs, and they've kept me in the loop for quite a while. So obviously I will update that. I do plan on sending some details out to club secretaries over the weekend. I was going to do it today, but like I say, I'm still waiting for some data to come through. One of the concerns we do have, and obviously it's something myself and John will be trying to look into, is the under 11s. The under 11s it's just ballooned. We can facilitate at this moment in time enough games to accommodate 100 teams. We've currently got 120. Now, based on that, obviously it's not rocket science to believe that there'll be 20 teams every week not playing, which is not ideal. Options available, we've got options available. One of them was obviously to try and secure another venue. However, due to obviously centres being short, it's very difficult to get in touch and find out what venues are available, if the prices are right, etc., etc. So it's just something that behind the scenes myself and John will be looking into. But ultimately, it's not an ideal scenario, but we'll keep everyone posted. The other one, obviously, we've got the AGM, which is going to be done slightly different this year. We certainly can't have a meeting as such. What we will do, we'll do it all electronically, and full details will be sent out in the normal manner. However, if there's any voting to be done of any sort, it'll be a proxy vote, and obviously we'll keep you linked in as much as possible. But like I say, over the weekend, I plan on getting this email out to all club secretaries. It'll have information, information such as what the number of teams per age group. We've got quite a lot of teams. I mean, I can give a quick run through. At the moment, we're probably looking at 80 teams at under sevens. We're getting onto the 100 mark at under eights, 110, under nines, 107, under 10s. Like I said, we will be up to 120 teams at under 11s, under 12s again, under 12, sorry, under 12s again is full, well over 100 teams on that one now, so we're at capacity there. The 11-a-side's a different story because obviously you secure your own venue. Like I say, I'll try and keep you posted as best as possible, but unfortunately that's all I can update you with moving forward. I did read something in or on Sky News this morning, which is quite promising, which it does state that at the rate going forward, London is expected to virtually wipe out the coronavirus. So again, I'm not a politician, I'm not a thing, it's just what I read. I think we've got enough politicians on the media sites as it is, so but it's just something, let's have a half full glass rather than a half empty one. A lot of people down there, and I've had some horrible emails asking why I'm even considering football. But at the end of the day, I do believe we need to have light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, hope to see you all back soon. Stay safe. I'll speak again soon.